she could have levelled with the public and voters. I think she could have said, look, I'm always going to believe in independence. I'm always going to push for it. But it's a reserved issue. And I just don't think any sort of legal expert believed for a second that an independence referendum was under the control of the Scottish Parliament. So to me, it was an illusion that she was peddling on that.
It was so short-sighted. She could have said, she took over in November 2014. We just had a referendum where Scots voted decisively to stay in the United Kingdom. We were told it was a once in a generation. Sturgeon herself said it was once in a lifetime, that one time at the Parliament. She initially said, right, okay, it's off the table. She should have stuck to that promise. If the SNP, they could have made a convincing argument that 10 years is a political generation. And, I mean, 25 years is probably a generation, but they could have made the argument 10 years is a political generation. And we've been in the middle of another referendum campaign right now. Instead, she took it off the table for around about a year. It came straight back on after Brexit. Well, it was Brexit, I think she said, was the material change in circumstances. But I think it was already, a bandwagon was already rolling. So it never got taken away. The SNP could have just taken it off the table and said, right, in a generation, as promised, we're coming back to this.
She never respected the result. I think that's why pro-UK voters are so hostile towards her.
I don't think it's just Nicola Sturgeon who's not respected the result. You know, I would say that for the majority of high-profile SNP politicians. You know, none of them have respected the result because... Well, it depends what you mean by respected, but because it wasn't the result that they wanted.